everyone, hope you're well. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, you're most welcome and thank you very much for tuning in. If you're a regular subscriber and a regular watcher, most kind for watching my next video where I'm exploring and hiking the full length of the Cornish coast, which sounds a bit daunting, I must admit, but it is, to be honest. I'm going from Plymouth all the way around to Bude, which is miles. Now, I've not set myself a time scale. Really windy again this morning. I've not set myself a time scale to do it by this certain amount of time or this date, but I'm just doing it as and when. And if you check the top of the screen, you will see a playlist to my journey so far, where I started at Porthleven and I'm currently stood on Zennor Head, where this next video starts from. And I've also got the drone in the air, which will also show you the view from where I'm stood, which is amazing, absolutely fantastic. And the sun's peeking up over the hills. So we go from here, Zennor, and we go in an easterly direction and we finish at Hor Point. So I'm not looking forward to this one because access to the coast path is difficult. I think there's only either access where I am now at Zennor or at the finish at Hor Point. Oh, come out of the wind, wow. So yeah, it's going to be a bit tricky, this one, a bit tricky. So I think we'll pack the drone away. See it flying around there. Pack the drone away and we'll get on moving around the coast. So let's get going. As I climbed down from Zennor Head, I knew this particular stretch of the Cornish coast to be difficult, as I've just said. Locations where I can park the car are few and far between, and in some areas involve a hike of around 30 to 40 minutes beforehand. But with that in mind, I set off hoping this wouldn't be a difficult hike. I've decided to challenge myself with regards to my photography and only compose photos using a square crop and in black and white, and also long exposures. Now, I'm a bit partial to long exposure. I love the effects from a long exposure, and this I hoped had pushed me to think more critically about my composition. And I'm interested to know if any of you also set challenges for yourself before you head out with your cameras. Leave a comment below, I'd love to hear about them. Along this stretch of the coastline, we'll be passing some incredible spots, including Porthleven Cove, Tregerthen Cliffs, Carn Porth, Wicker Pool, Economy Cove, hopefully I'll find a bit of money there, River Cove, Brea Cove, Polgassick Cove, just to name a few, and finally of course Hor Point. So as I set off, I prepare myself for a tough hike, as the path ahead will test my ankles, my knees and my feet. But I know in the back of my mind the rewards will be well worth it, as I'm sure the views along this coastline will be nothing short of spectacular. But I do have to admit, I couldn't half murder a bacon and sausage bap. Currently walking around from Zennor Headland in the background there, and I'm walking around towards Hor Point, which I think the next bit below me It's called Zennor Beach, but believe you me, it doesn't look like anything like a typical Cornish beach. Sorry guys, that's really took it out of me, that. That's a bit of a climb, bit of a hike. Oh, but yeah, this is Porth Zennor Cove. And then the next little interesting bit along is Zennor Beach, but it's just full of boulders and there's no sand, so I'm hoping I can get down to show you that. But I've risen quite high up above the sea now, and the path just wanders along there, so I don't quite know if I'll be able to show you Zennor Beach. Not that I suppose there's much to show you if it's just boulders. Oh, look at that. Oh wow, that pheasant was just sat on that rock. Oh, spider's web there, look. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, we just sat there. Massive pheasant. Could have had that for me dinner. No. So yeah, I think, yeah, Zennor Beach is the next cove along. So yeah, I've come quite high up now above the sea, so I don't know. But we'll get on moving on and see where we get to. I'm dying. Yeah, I've been walking for a bit now and there's nowhere that's opened up. Although this might be massive boulder. This might be decent round the corner. Just get up that bit. Oh. Yeah. Just for me to make me base. Just to get me drawn up. Because down in the bay there is sand on that rock. I think just down here, these rocks, this is Zennor Beach, and I did say that it doesn't resemble much of a beach. I think it's just rock outcrops and what have you. But I've come miles, because that's Hor Point there, where I climbed up on those rocks, and I just followed the path along to here. So I think I might just put myself down on here for 20 minutes, half an hour, fly my drone and see what images we can pick up. And then the path looks a bit tricky going down there, all those boulders. How do I get over that lot? Oh well, see where it takes us. So yeah, I'll get my drone up and have a cup of coffee. I could murder a sausage and egg. Oh, starving. Let's get moving. Just had one of my batteries at my Mavic 3 to film around to Zennor and also around to the next point, which is just on the end there. But I don't know, I'm finding this little stretch of coastline so far, it's a bit, dare I say it, boring. Because the paths come, well, not inland, don't get me wrong, but the paths come a good 200 metres up from the coast, and you can't see over the edge. I mean, I've got all this gorse and ferns in front of me, all these rickety boulders, and the hill obviously just keeps going up there behind me. There's cows in the distance, so there's obviously farms close by. But yeah, you can't see anything. There's no headlands or points. Obviously you've got Zennor in the distance over yonder. You've got Zennor there that I've just flown round and I've just been on. But so far, I'm not feeling it. So I just thought I'd have a drink and just mooch on a bit further. Maybe up to that next rise up there, just to see what's over the top. But yeah, I think so far, this bit of the coast, apart from Zennor, but from here, It's nothing really nice. It's an amazing view, don't get me wrong, but there's nothing that interests me. I've not had no photographic opportunities yet. Nothing's caught my eye. But oh well, we'll move on. We'll see what we can find, and hopefully I'll be able to speak to you in a sec when I just get a bit further on the coast. So I'm just going to have a brew, take a break for a few minutes, and then get moving on. So I'll come back to you a bit further on the coast. So yeah, I've only just come literally 100 yards along the coastline, and that is both Zennor Beach or Zennor Beach. But yeah, the path's tough on the feet, I suppose you can imagine. But I just spotted, again, oh, I don't know, I've lost it. There's loads of spiders' webs that are across the path. And if you don't watch where you're going, you walk into them all. And I think I've walked into about, must be at least 25, 30 of them. Oh, that's a bit slushy. Oh, another one there, look. But yeah, so if you're if you've got arachnophobia, is that the one? Then this is not for you. Oh, so yeah, I've just come around that path there, and I'm just shooting down there, and I'm assuming the path goes on right up to the top of the hill there, because you can see the bushes. Let me just take you down here, just to show you. But yeah, I've not really found this one interesting as such. Oh no, that's where they've all been trampled down. Yeah, I've not really found this one that interesting so far. Obviously, you know, I suppose all Cornwall can't be that beautiful. But you got to take the rough with the smooth. But it's nice looking back at Zennor in the sun, I must admit. But I don't quite know where this is taking me, so we'll push a bit further on. And oh, that was a tough one. We'll push a bit further on, and I'll come back to you when I get to my next interesting spot, which is I'm talking to you, could be like right about now. Well, that's a nice looking headland there. Don't know if you can see this as I'm coming around this corner. I don't know, those rocks up there are massive. Back to Zennor. Rocks down in the bottom, and then the path shoots down here. So yeah, let me see what we get around here, and then if I come across a, a photo that I think will look good, I'll set my camera up and I'll come back to you. But if not, I'll just push a bit further on. So I'll get to another interesting spot, so I'll speak to you in a sec. While I'm watching where I'm going so I don't break my ankle, I'll speak to you in a minute. So I'm just working my way further around the coast path, and when I said it was a bit featureless, it didn't last for long, I must admit, because here on the very end is Zennor Head, and then Zennor, and then this is Tregerthen Cliff that I've come round, and then in here this is called Wicker Pool. So I'm not quite sure why that is, unless the currents come in and swirl around there to form a pool. Not quite sure. And then where I am below me is Cornelius Zone, and I'm just working my way around on here onto Mussel Point. So it's not been too bad. It's not been featureless, you know. It was just that bit that I thought was not the most attractive, shall I say, but I'm sure it won't last long, and it hasn't lasted long. So I think I'll just pick my camera up, because I've just done a spot of photography. Just grab my camera, and then I'll show you when we get over the top of Mussel Point. I was wondering whether to go down to the bottom, down there, do some photography shooting off there. But let me just see what's over the top of Mussel Point. And I think round here, I think the next one is called Economy Cove. But I think it's quite round this headland here. Let me just go down here, down this steep embankment. Just making my way down here. Mind you, I've seen loads of signs saying careful mine shafts, stick to footpaths, and here's me. Yeah, no, I think I'll go back up to the path and just work my way a bit longer, further along. Because yeah, it's just alarm bells started ringing then. I mean, I'm always saying stick to paths, don't go off the paths, but when I suppose you're greeted with amazing scenery as we've got in Cornwall, the temptation is way too easy just to wander off the beaten track. And see, that doesn't look so bad. So let me see if I can just go down here, because there's a rock there, so I know there's nothing underneath me there. Yeah, I'm just going down to these rocks. Oh wow. Oh, look at that. Oh, smart. And you can in the distance, which you won't get on this camera, I'm sure, when I arrived, because it's been a couple of weeks before I've managed to get back out because of the weather. So I've not been out for a couple of weeks, but when I got here, obviously the mornings have started to get a bit darker. But when I got here, you can see the lighthouse on Pendine. And I can't believe you can still see Pendine Lighthouse from here. I thought I was too far round. Anyway, obviously not. It's an amazing sky this morning. Sun's coming up, I think about 7:10. Amazing sky. And I think that there is called Seal Island. Whether or not it speaks for itself, I don't quite know. So I think I might just scoot over the top of there, see what Economy Cove looks like. And I might come back here, because there is a path lower down. Whether to do some photography off here. Let me have a look, so I'll come back to you in a sec. Oh, so this is Economy Cove. Nothing really much to write home about, I suppose. And this is the path here, you can see it winding its way along to Hor Point, which I think is not this one but the next one. So I've still got a bit to do yet. Yeah, look at that sunrise, that looks amazing. I think I might just drop myself down here and do some photography of that, because that looks pretty cool. Look at that sunrise, that looks amazing. So yeah, I think I'm going to get my camera out, get set up before the sun gets up too far and I've lost the opportunity. So I'll come back to you in a sec. Now, this image goes completely against what I said I'd do at the beginning. I mean, it's obviously not a square crop and it's obviously not black and white, but I thought a black and white image wouldn't highlight the colours, especially in the sky. and for me to be able to do that I used my variable ND filter. Now this is the black and white image which hopefully shows you what I was thinking. So I've just done a bit of photography and I flew my drone this stretch of the coast from, well, near from Zennor right the way on past Economy Cove, which is just below me down there in the bottom. The sun's quite bright now, so I'm just going to just have a quick drink just to try and warm myself up a bit, because it's Baltic on here. I mean, what we're on now, end of September, and it's getting very infrequent as to when I can get out and fly, just because of the weather and when I can get out and film. So the days I can get out are getting very few and far between, but not to worry, you battle on. So I'm going to crack along the path to see what we've got around this next point, past Economy Cove, over that next hill there, and see what's awaiting for us over the other side. So I'll join you over there after I've had a quick brew to warm up, and I think I might put my gloves on as well, because my fingers are freezing and I could murder. Here I go again. I don't know, I could eat everything at the minute. I could eat fish and chips, I could eat a fry up, I could eat a McDonald's, and I'm not getting paid for saying any of these. I had to have some shares in some food companies, didn't I? I'm always talking about food. Yeah, I could, yeah. So if anyone's got anything for me, just send it through in the post, because I'm starving. Oh, that sun's lovely. Not very warm though, but yeah, it's nice. So yeah, so I'll finish my drink and I'll get on a bit further and stop rabbiting. So I'll come back to you further on there. I know, there I go again, talking about food. I'm sorry, I am sorry. I mean, I am trying to lose weight, for crying out loud, but my wife keeps reminding me nothing's happening. Oh well, at least talking about it won't hurt, I suppose. Anyhow, with an empty stomach, I push further along the coast path, heading for Brea Cove, hoping to find a fish and chip shop. I'm just walking further along the path there. Just been on that headland with my camera. But I don't know if you've just seen there, but I've got a new toy. I had a 360 camera before, an Insta 360. I think it was an Insta 361R, like the square one. Wow, look at them cliffs up there, towering above me. And you could do obviously 360 videos, 360 photos. Ow. But I scratched one of the lenses. I lost the lens cap cover, and I bought a cheap one off Amazon which didn't really fit the camera. But when I was out filming one morning, I put my bag down and it hit a rock and scratched one of the lenses, and of course that's it. With a 360 camera, it's gone. Look at that down there, that's pretty smart. I think this is Economy Cove. I mean, there's no money there at all, is there? Let's face it. Those pools look pretty smart down the bottom. Like, how the hell do you get down there? Nah, I wouldn't even try it. I mean, I don't think there's no path, no route or anything. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, I bought a 360 lens and I scratched it on a rock, and of course that was it. It was useless. So you can, on that particular camera, which they're really good, you can swap out the lens for like a normal vlogging 4K camera. So I started to use that, but I bought a 360 new camera. I think it's the Insta 364X or something, I can't remember. I'll just put it on the screen there. And I've also got the invisible selfie stick, So if you're wondering how I've just done that video with the magic of the selfie stick, so I'm hoping to get some amazing shots with this for you, because I think this goes out to, I think it's about 3 meters I can extend this to. So I should be able to get some good shots leaning over cliff edges and to show you Cornwall even from a stranger angle. Oh, look at that, I've come down into this. Come along the path there. Yeah, huge. Currently walking on here. Seal Island. And I managed to fly around there with my drone, but I checked if there was any seals first, but there was none around. I can't really see them bathing or lounging on the rocks in this sea. It's quite strong today. So I've got a new toy. So I apologise if I'm going to plaster in my videos with 360 images, but it is cool. Some of the images you get are fantastic, and I'm also going to get a little clasp where I can hang it under my drone so I can include some 360 videos from the air. Oh, Jesus Christ, which will look amazing. So I'm just pushing further on the path here, and I'll come back to you when I know where I am, without hopefully breaking my ankle again. So did anyone post that sandwich or bacon and egg or fry up? Did you post it out? Yeah? Cheers, good. So just getting up to River Cove. Apologies for the bit of sound difference in the audio, because again, weirdly my GoPro's just decided to pack up, so I'm just having to charge my GoPro again, but I think I might have to get a new one, to be honest. I mean, it was fully charged last night and all of a sudden it's not. So I don't know what's going on. So I'll just take you down onto this rock here, because this looks quite a nice view, to be honest, of River Cove, even though you can't really see it. It's in the bottom, but I think that's Seal Island out there. So nice clouds on the horizon this morning. I was keeping my eye on them just in case the rain was going to come in. And down in the bottom, down here is River Cove, which I think the path, I don't quite know where that goes, but I think the path takes you down here, and I think it must wind up the other side somewhere. So I'll take you down into River Cove, and then hopefully my battery on my GoPro might have charged a bit. Bloody thing. So starving. I think there's a chip shop down here. Hoping so anyway. So let's get down into River Cove. Just getting down to River Cove. You can hear the river there. Just let's get through this gate. Oh, breaking my gear in the process. Oh dear. Watch that boulder. Oh yeah. Looks quite nice. Quite picturesque. Nice running of the water just down these steps. Over the bridge. I don't quite know how. Or if you can get down there. I mean, there's a bit of wire here. Let's just see what this says on here. I'm assuming there's a path you can get down here, look. What's that say? Oh, wildlife sensitive area. Please turn around and turn to the coast path. Help us look for wildlife and our special wildlife. Yeah, so you can get down there, but obviously there's special wildlife down there. So yeah, so I've come along the path, through the gate, and down the steps, and this is River Cove, but obviously I don't know what it looks like down the bottom there, so I'm assuming we shoot up the path there and then we head on over the top. So let's get up and over the next one, because obviously I want to try and fly my drone to get up the air to get some aerial shots. So yeah, let's get up to the next cliff. I think it's Carn Naun. I think if my Cornish accent serves me well. Carn Naun. Anyway, let's get up there. The pull up from River Cove was tough, but the reward at the top was out of this world. The colours in the sky were amazing from the sun, but I could see a weather front creeping in off the sea, so I knew I didn't have long before I'd look like a drowned rat. So I was more than desperate to find that fish and chip shop. You've got to get your priorities right, yeah? Okay, on my way up to Carn Naun, and the sun, look at that light shining on those clouds. Whew. That looks unbelievable. I don't know, is that a weather front? I'm not a meteorologist, so if there are any meteorologists watching, is that a weather front? I mean, you can see the updraft at the front of the clouds there, but look at that. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. That's pretty cool. That is pretty smart. I've not seen that before, I don't think. Yeah, that's amazing. Whew. This is a bit of a pull from River Cove down in the bottom there. Whew. Bit of a, oh dear. Can I get on these rocks? Oh, I don't know which way. Up here. I don't know which way I'm supposed to be going. This path splits in two and you don't know, should you be going down there or up there? Because I just don't want to miss any little, you know, snickets, as I call it. Oh no, it was another route up around that path. I came up that one. I could have come around that. Oh, there's a bit of a waterfall down there, look in the bottom. I don't know if you can spot that in River Cove. Whew. God dear. Yeah, I'm going up there, over the top of there somewhere. And I think this is called, as I've said, Carn. It's spelled N-A-U-N. I'm assuming it's Naun or Naun. I don't know if there's any Cornish watching, maybe could correct me. It's my Yorkshire accent, I know, I'm sorry. I talk like an idiot. That knows. Oh, there's a rainbow. Only a very faint one. Oh, don't say that's rain. Oh no. I can see a line in the water out at sea. Don't know if you can make that out. Please don't be raining. That's all I need. Anyway, yeah, I think there's a fish and chip shop up here and a bar, so I'm gonna get some food because I'm starving, and a pint. So I'll come back to you in a minute. So yeah, working my way around to Carn, Naun or Naun. And there's a bit of a monument here, not quite sure what this is. It's a marker of something. Got a bit cold as well. Yeah, not quite sure what this is here. Does it resemble anything? Or, oh, is that an Ordnance Survey? What's that? Oh, it's a benchmark, I think. Yeah, Ordnance Survey benchmark. Yeah. Oh, I thought it was of some significance, I suppose, but it is what it is. But yeah, I want to get down to the front down there, to the rocks, to fly my drone, and I've not seen a path as yet, although there might be one there. Let me just try and see if I can get down. Oh, the sun's lovely. Bit of a cool breeze though, that's picked up. Where's it gone? So it's quite glaring with the sun in my face, and I'm trying to find my way over these rocks. Is that a path down there? Maybe through the bush. I might give it a go, see what we get. But yeah, that's a little Ordnance Survey datum benchmark. So yeah, let's try and get down here, and I'll show you, if I can, the cliff edge. But again, way in the back of my mind is all these signs saying stick to footpath. But this, you could call this a footpath, I think, going through here. Nah, it's far from a footpath. Far from a footpath. Oh, that looks lovely. St Ives is just over there, over this little edge of this rock here. Oh, that hurt my ankle, that did. But yeah, let's get down to the rocks. Just hope I don't get lost. If I keep my eye open for that mound there on the top, I shouldn't get lost, I don't think. So yeah, I'll get down to the rocks at the bottom, and I'll show you the view when I get down there, if I don't end up on a stretcher. It's quite treacherous, it's quite difficult, and you know, to walk this path and to hike it, and it's what I enjoy doing. So you just got to be careful. You've just got to be careful. So yeah, let's get down to the rocks, which aren't that far below me now. Yeah, walking through this gorse and this bracken was an absolute killer on my legs. They were cut to smithereens when I finally got out of it. But I just wanted to show you the view off the rocks at the bottom there, because this looked like a decent photographic opportunity. God, getting down this path is quite precarious, because there's boulders sticking up underneath the grass and your foot slips off it. And of course, if you put your hand out to stop you from falling, there's all this prickly gorse, which is my favourite friend. And I've been stabbed in my leg numerous times, but I've finally made it. Finally made it. And this, I think, is Carn, Naun. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But the grass is really spongy. I'm really a bit nervous, you know, not knowing what's underneath. Oh, there's a wall here. Who would build a wall there? I suppose someone who wants to protect the... I don't know. Let's just get down here. Oh, it's quite a nice view. Zennor Head right in the distance there on the end. Seal Island. And I don't know if you can make it out, but in the mist is Pendeen still. And I still can't believe that you can see Pendeen. Yeah, that's looking towards St Ives. So St Ives is round that very end point there. And then the island in the distance, I don't know if I can point that one out. That's Godrevy Lighthouse. Let's just take you down here a sec. Oh, that sun's lovely. Oh, yes. That's amazing. That is fantastic. What an amazing view that is. Let's just take you over this side. Show you over the other side. Oh! It's a bit windy. Sorry if you can only hear the wind on the mic. On this rock. Can I go a bit further? Oh yeah. That's amazing. Amazing. That's the monument at the top. I don't know if you can make it out somewhere there that I've got to aim for when I'm heading back up. But I think I'll get my drone up from here because I can fly back to River Cove and Seal Island where I filmed up to, and I can also fly out to Hor Point, which I think is that one there sticking out on the end. So I should be able to do this entire coast, or part of the coast, from here. So yeah, what a view. What a view. But I'm also not concerned of the fact, but I've not managed to pick out any compositions yet, because I know at the top of the video I said I was going to do a square crop and in black and white. And I did put that image up of Economy Cove, but you know, I'm not too worried, because I don't panic if I've got any, or if I've not got any photos. You know, it is what it is. If nothing grabs your eye, if no scenes or no coastal views, they don't grab you, and you don't think, oh, that will make a good photo. You know, I don't really panic. You know, I see an image, I see a photo and I think, oh yeah, that might not look too bad, but I don't know, this particular stretch of the Cornish coast, I've only seen that one image of Economy Cove. So yeah, I'm not panicking. It's just I do like to do long exposures and see black and white images. So well, we'll have to see what we find. So yeah, I think I'm going to set my drone up and get that in the air and do a bit of filming, and then we'll push on further around towards the finish there, which is Hor Point. So yeah, I'll come back to you probably at the top, or maybe when I'm trying to get my legs cut to shreds getting back through that gauze. So I'll come back to you in a sec. So yeah, I've just been wandering around there for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, just trying to pick out a composition, because the sun's quite bright, so it's quite a bright scene on here. It's quite a bright location at the minute, so it gets a bit higher. But one image that I have just spotted, or I've set up on my camera at the minute, is this massive rock, and I've got it leaning into the image, and I've set my camera up. Where's me? Don't know if you'll be able to make it out. So I've got the rock here leaning into the image, and I've separated that from Seal Island, which is just in the distance there, and then I've got the coastline there going across in the distance, leading off to the left hand side. So I'm going to do a colour. I'm going to do a colour image, and then I'm going to do a black and white, and I'll put those on the screen alongside one another, and I'll also do a long exposure of the exact same shot. So if I can squeeze all those three on at the same, wee, morning birds, just came diving out of nowhere. I'll put all those images on the screen at the same time and just let me know which one you prefer. So I'll put them all on individually and then I'll put them on at the end. So here's the images. Not sure if you noticed there that I shoved in that little sneaky square crop at the end. Just let me know down in the comments which shot you prefer, 1, 2 or 3. But having spent an hour on that same rock, my knees were starting to seize up and I was going a bit cold. So I thought it time to head back up the makeshift path up to my marker to continue east on the coast path. Making good progress along the coast path now, and below me is Brea Cove. I'm having to film this on my Insta camera because my SD card's just said an error, and the only way I can correct the error is if I format all my footage. And obviously I've just been recording, so I don't want to do that, but this is on my Insta camera. But below me is a phenomenal drop, and what I'll do, I'll just extend the pole out that I've got to show you this. So just give me a second. Sorry about this, guys. Just give me a second. I don't know if you could make that out. Down in the bottom there of Brea Cove. Sorry about these technical issues. Oh yeah, I can see it now. I don't know if you guys can. That's where I've just been, on the top of there. But yeah, these SD cards and this GoPro, I think I might have to get a new one. So yeah, sorry. So I'll be filming this on my Insta camera. So I think the next one here is Polgassick Cove and Point Enys before we get to Hor Point. So fingers crossed we get there in one piece and I don't have any more malfunctions on my gear. Bloody cameras. So yeah, let's get a bit further on. So yeah, nearly around at Polgassick Cove now. So not, oh Jesus Christ, how the hell do I get through this? This is a bit of a slushy mess. Ah, just stick to the high ground, I suppose. Yeah, I think so. Oh dear, that was a bit muddy. that wasn't the best. And there's some stepping stones here, so we're okay. A few rocks, a few boulders to stand on. Oh, then over a wall. Oh God, look at that. Oh. No, I was just in the middle of saying, squeeze through here. If you'd like to also check out my TikTok channel, the same name, Photographics, where you'll see a lot of behind the scenes footage, videos that I do that I don't put on YouTube. So please pop along there and have a look. And also, if you've not already done so, please check out my website, photographics.com, for more images, more videos of Cornwall, which is lovely, which is what I call home, and I think it's amazing. And this is why I like getting out and exploring the countryside and the coast path. So yeah, check those out. And also, if you'd like to support the channel, please go drop onto my Buymeacoffee page and just leave a small donation, which will be amazing, out of this world. So thank you. So yeah, let's get pushing on around here. And I think below me now is Polgassick Cove. Oh, look at those rocks sticking out on there. I'd love to get on the end of there. Well, no, I can't. Yeah, let's get further around to Polgassick Cove. So yeah, I just come across this stone circle on the path. I'll show you the circle. So I don't quite know why these are placed here. There is another one round up above. Is it St Buryan up round there near Mussel? Called the Merry Maidens, and I think they were witches or something, supposedly, that were dancing in a circle, and they got turned to stone for whatever reason. So I don't know if this is the case with these. Guy jogging on there. So yes, I don't know, so that just came up out of the blue. Whew, warm now. Oh dear, really warm. Oh. So yeah, let's get a bit further on. Just thought I'd show you that was all. After all, we are exploring Cornwall together. Yeah, so below me now is Trafalgar Cliffs, Polgassick Rock right on the end, Polgassick Cove below me, and this here is Enys Point. And I don't quite know what's over the top of this little mound, so if you can bear with me a sec, just while I take you through this slushy mud to show you the view over the top. Down there, that's quite a drop. What can we see? What can we see? Can I get on here? Oh, I can get up there, to be fair, but I don't fancy it. I don't fancy that slope. I've only got one hand, so it looks like the path does actually go down the side of there and around the bottom, so that might be quite interesting. So let's see if we can get around there and have a look down there, because Hor Point is just over the top of here. So let's have a look.
I'm not sure if it shows, but my knees, my ankles, and in fact all my body was aching. But with me having a nice day, at least with it not raining, I was desperate to get to the end and to finally get to Hor Point, so I pushed on.
Got a bit lost. Oh dear. Oh. I came through a gate, and now where I wanted to be was over the other side. Oh. I wanted to take you down onto that point there, Enys, to show you that, but I feel a bit lost. Well, I'm a bit lost. God dear. Well, let's get over this little, whatever it may be, stream. Oh shit! Oh bloody hell! Good job I've got my nice boots on, or should I say me nice waterproof hiking boots. So I'll have to, how can I find out where I am? I've got an app that I use. What hasn't got an app these days? Which is the Ordnance Survey app. And it's brilliant, to be honest. I think you can get offline maps, so if you haven't got a signal, it still works and it still recognises where you are, and obviously you can see the paths. So I might have to see if I can find that bit. Oh dear me. Oh God, I'm boiling. There's not much breeze in either, because I'm like below all the hills and things, and well, St Ives is getting closer anyway. Just that I don't know where Hor Point is, where I finish for this little video. So we'll get round this point and I'll see if I can find out where I am. Wow. I've just got to this little turn, which is Hor Point, and near Hor Point I think that's where it is, where that boulder is there. But I just had to show you this, the view. It's a bit tricky getting through these two rocks, but I'll show it you as I go through, because this is unbelievable. Let me squeeze through here. Oh. Try not to slip. Look at that. Like I said, I don't think the camera does it justice, to be honest. Oh my God, I wasn't expecting anything like this. Look at that. That's pretty amazing. See, I think that is Hor Point there, where you can see that big boulder. So I finally made it. Finally made it. So let's get on there. Wow. Finally, I've made it. Hor Point. That's the rock that signifies to me that this is Hor Point. And there's a path here that goes round and down the rock. I'll just take you around and show you the view, which you can't see much, I suppose, because of the gauze. But yeah. Oh, finally. Let me touch it. Oh, yes. That's been a tough one. That's been really tough. As I said at the top of the video, I wasn't looking forward to this one. But that's been really tough. Getting to the car, getting back to the car. Because obviously I don't do all this in one day. You know, I think this particular stretch of the coast has took me a good 4 or 5 weeks altogether. So I do try and hide it as best I can between the edits. But obviously the weather plays a major part now. We're creeping into winter. But I've made it. Got you, you Martian git. Got you. So this is it, Hor Point. So thank you, as always, for tuning in and for watching this video. and for watching my other videos. If you check in the top of the screen there, you'll see the playlist to my videos where I explore Cornwall. So please enjoy those. And also give the video a thumbs up. Give it a like. Hit the notification bell. And also, if you will, please subscribe, because it'll just keep spurring me on. I enjoy getting out anyway, but it'll just spur me on to keep going. So thank you, take care, and from Hor Point, I'll bid you farewell. See you on the next one.